What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 37 of my Total Warhammer 3 Ikit Claw Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Skryre has finally destroyed the last remnants of Arcan's faction, taking the Wizard Caliph's palace, and now starting to move to the Great Desert of Araby. We also had a pretty damn nice battle with Corporal at El Kalabad, wherein the enemy artillery certainly did some damage to us, but we should be healed up fairly nicely in short order, and be able to move down to Sudenburg, and whatever else we encounter down here. We should also probably at some point consider taking the Black Pyramid of Nagash for the Winds of Magic and the spell resistance stuff. Also, the Lord Recruit rank could be quite useful as well. And the question is, what armies could possibly take this? I suppose if we attack it together with both Skryre and Corporal, we could take it out.
What do you desire? If it is within my vast power.
I'm not just wondering whether it's actually beneficial to leave them here for a while. Considering that they're at war with all these other factions, it might be that they are acting as essentially like a bulwark against them, as the AI might be losing armies trying to damage the Sentinels. It's a possibility anyway, and something we'll have to consider. But for now, we have other things to do. Speaking of, I do believe we are poised to attack Emperor Karl Franz with Metable here, which could be quite dangerous for us, as we now lack the spells that we had before, and our lord is considerably lower level than he was before as well. And that said, it should still be a pretty fun battle, and we'll jump into it in a few seconds. First, let's have you assault these units, and let's see if you succeed, and you gained a pet Wolfrat. And you did succeed. Well done. Let's see how much damage that did. Something. I actually would have preferred that if it had hurt Karl Franz, and I don't actually care about the infantry nearly as much. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Ooh, those Outriders are definitely going to be a problem. At least they're not grenade launchers, but... Okay, well, we'll deal with them if we can, as we can. Let's do a little bit of admin first, as in maybe some buildings and stuff, and then we'll move on to that. Barak Var, let's get you upgraded as fast as possible. Let's get that growth up and running in Dot Karaz. Middenland... Oh, and actually... Nah, I was about to say maybe we should start collecting income here, but probably not. Karoberg, yes, we would definitely need to upgrade you, because we have the Blackcorn Swamp here. And we could actually start collecting income here. Nothing crazy, but, you know, every little bit adds up, and the same thing will go for Barak Var as soon as we take more stuff. Talabekland, you're up next. I guess we can upgrade Krugenheim in the hopes that we do succeed in killing Karl. We might want to move up and take out Talabaim as well and just hold ground. It's actually odd that Ergig isn't being held by Festus. Oh, Festus is probably going to siege Talabaim, so then there's probably no point in us moving up there. Unless he wins and sacks it, in which case Metable might be able to take the... take advantage of that. I guess we'll see. Also, let's get that expansionist planning up and running in the cracked land here. Black Tower of Arcan, you deserve some growth. There we go. Alrighty, that place should be up and running very quickly, because of all the growth. Laura Lauren, I guess we'll spend the money on upgrading you. I guess. Hopefully you'll survive. And oh, that actually reminds me, maybe we want to build the Doom Wheels here after all. Let's do it, let's do it. Let's go... Ooh, this is gonna cost us. This is gonna cost us a lot, but Doom Wheel 1 and Doom Wheel 2 in. And we're going to trade them to Charge Lock. But if Castelton goes for us here, then at least we'll have the Doom Wheels with the army to help out. Alrighty, we were gonna trade these guys around anyway. Now back to building buildings, though we are now starting to run out of a little bit of cash. Stirland, definitely upgrade Workbed, or start with Workbed. Sartosa, yeah, get that generator, more money. Carcassonne. Are you going to be generating a decent amount of cash? Probably not. Probably nothing crazy, which means we could go military here. But let's get the arcane generators in the Packmaster or Taskmaster's platform for now, and then we'll go military buildings everywhere else. Atalan Mountains, Vulture Mountain, we can upgrade you, but that'll basically take out the rest of our cash. But I guess it's the way to go, sure. Oh, we can even afford the Nest Nursery in Grungzint. Fortunately, those buildings are super cheap. Alrighty, well, now that that's done and we have no cash remaining at all, it's time for Metable to get to work. Now, do you need any items? You have the ancillaries that you're going to have. The Fellblade is useless to you because you're not fighting vamps. The World's Edge armor I think is fine for emergencies. I don't think you need an Armor of Fortune. And considering you might die, I don't want to put anything in here that could potentially be lost. Actually, the Warlock Augmented Weapon is probably also not something that we want lost, but yeah, I think the rest of this is fine. I guess we could give you the Portents of Verminous Doom. I do like the leadership reduction. Could certainly be used in other armies, but we might need it here, so let's do that. Alrighty, Medable, let's see what you can do, buddy. This is your debut, pretty much. And he's going to move, really? Oh, wow, okay, I was not expecting that. Huh. Okay, and the reason that I was not expecting that was because we have a 100% ambush chance. Well, not 100%, but probably pretty darn high. Tail Stretcher gives us a plus 50%. You have a plus 25%. And I think there's something else that's giving you even more from something. Either way, you should have had a massive amount of ambush success chance, and you still failed. Ugh, that's not so good. I guess we're gonna have to fight them the old-fashioned way then. Okay then. Too bad Ikit can't reach him here. I guess Ikit's then gonna go for Mordheim, unless there's another battle that we have the option to fight right now, which I'm not sure that we do. Morphific... Oh, you know what? We can move Morphific forward. Let's put him, let's say, right... He needs to heal, so right at the edge of our own territory here. There you go. Then we'll move Cyanlet right beside him. Hopefully where the attrition is not happening. Right there. And then, Mr. Glondaug, you're gonna move here as well. Beautiful. All three of you should be able to handle the remnants of the enemy in Bitterstone Mine. Just mine. And there you go. Silent, do you need any levels? What do you got? I guess we could get another point in Warplight and get Root Marcher and Inspiring Presence. Yeah, we're not going to keep you around, even if you do have Great Green Killer. At least I doubt we'll keep you around. Mostly just because Cunning is kind of garbage. Although, the ability to apply poison when you're on a Doom Wheel may not be so bad, but we can achieve that with an item, rather than wasting a trait on it. I guess we'll see. Get the Warp Lightning either way, it's just too good not to be leveled, and the rest I guess we will skip for now. Okie dokie. Anybody else possibly get a fight going? Throt, you need to recruit some stuff, we could do that after fighting. And yeah, I guess it's Ikit. I can't believe this failed. This also means that it's likely that you, Leopold, are going to march stance out towards us. With Carl together. Yeah, Medible's not in such a great position now. Oh well, what can you do? You, Ikit, go after Mordheim, please. And ooh, there's another stack there. Fun stuff. Looks like the Vamps are certainly building a decent amount of things. And ooh, before I forget, actually, we're gonna fight this. There's enough troops for this to be a fun battle. But before I forget, let's quickly check the Undercities. We have both of you still being built. Yes. Schwarzhofen, that's you. Okay, these places don't matter. Where else do we have Undercities? Here. We have these ones up here, these 5, and then this one. I think this one's in the state that it's supposed to be in right now, so we don't have to do anything with... Oh, I guess we don't have the money to do anything anyway. But just to check, because we'll get money from the Ikit fight. You're fine as you are, just keep expanding. You are getting us money, so you're fine as you are as well. And yeah... Tower of Crack, everything's fine. I guess we just leave it alone for now. Oh wait, what about this place? The Prague place, the one that's been discovered and thus likely to get burned down. We could try to just demolish the buildings here, because honestly, Prague is not generating any money, and... You know what? Let's burn these down. Maybe not the food one. This no longer does anything for us, because it's been discovered. We want to keep the Warlock Observatory, but destroy these, and Throt will probably be here in a few turns, so there's no real need to keep these around anyway. I'm even tempted to get the food go, but a few turns of this could still be useful, so let's leave it there. Alrighty, Ikit. Time for you to fight now, buddy. And yeah, I don't see the enemy standing much of a chance, but I've been surprised before. Here we go. Alrighty, no speech this time, apparently. Well, if it isn't our old friend map with hill on it, this one is a pretty darn good map to be Ikit on, especially as you can form up on this hill, and then obviously everybody can fire without interfering with each other's firing lines. In addition to that, while this particular formation, I guess, wouldn't be great against certain factions, like perhaps Tzeentch, if they were to be dropping firestorms on us, the undead here, the vampire counts, don't really have much recourse. Now obviously only a few of our units are in range currently. Our catapults are Zap Zap as well as our Jezzails, and they are going to try to focus down these Blood Knights before said Blood Knights can actually do anything. I believe there are, I want to say, 2 units of Blood Knights on the field. I think there's one on this side and one on the other side as well. Yes, alrighty, so we will have to deal with those, but this one's already basically destroyed, thanks to those Jezzails. And a little bit to the Warp Lightnings, though they aren't... Okay, that was... Okay, every single shot missed there, but that's okay, we can simply switch targets. Now that those Blood Knights are more or less out of the picture... Oh, you gotta love this hill, it's just so great to set up on this thing. Like, good luck to the enemy getting through, at least with only a single army. Anyway, while all that is happening, Ikit's riding around in the background, casting the occasional brass orb and lightning down on any enemies he can catch, and then of course using the ammunition that he has on his doom wheel. Once again, most of our units are not yet in range. It looks like the enemy is going to be waiting, at least partially, for some of its other units to get into range. But I guess at least the knights are moving close enough to get hit, so we can watch them die for a little while until more units get here. And yeah, I guess these guys really aren't sure what to do. Either they stay here and they get sniped, or they move and they continue being sniped, or they, what? They advance towards us and actually run into range of our other scary units, like our rattling guns. It doesn't look too fun. Alrighty, and looks like these Black Knights are going to be going the way of those Blood Knights fairly soon, as they're pretty much dead as well and just suffering massive amounts of damage from all of our range units, who are doing a good job despite the fact that they're a little bit over this hill here, which should be shielding them. I guess, well, they're not playing hull down, or horse down, as it were. Alrighty, over on this side, it looks like the other unit of Blood Knights did try to advance, but we used the Warp Lightning right in front of them to stop their charge, essentially, and then force them to back off, and then immediately start hitting them with even more damage from our Jezzails. If they get any closer, they're also bound to get hit by our rattling guns, just like that coach is about to get hit by the said rattling guns. And here's the Warp Fire Throwers actually doing a decent amount of stagger to the enemy, as they stopped as soon as they got hit by that, and these guys are pretty much dead. That black coach also getting absolutely destroyed by focus fire from, I want to say, 2 rattling gun units. The enemy lord also tried to fly in, but is getting ripped apart by everything else as well, and I think that's pretty much what you can say about every single unit in this so far. They're trying to close the distance, and they're failing miserably to do so. There we go, nice Doom Rocket coming in from one of our Warlock engineers. Those Black Knights are out of the picture. Another Black Knight unit, together with the remnants of that Blood Knight unit, try to move in, but we go with the Brass Orb and another Warp Lightning upon them. Dire Wolves trying to move in, but the Rattling Guns take them out, and it looks like those Blood and Black Knights are out of the picture as well. Now, the rest of the enemy force does still have some infantry that are attempting to move in, but similarly unsuccessfully so far. The Warp Fires are also getting some work this time, so at least the enemy's getting close enough for them to do something, but this is still not looking like the enemy's gonna be able to close. Oh, you gotta love this hill. Look at all those poor dead zombies. Yeah, they would have needed, I think, at this rate, 2 or 3 stacks like this to do anything. At least to close the distance to us. It looks like the Crypt Horrors did slightly manage to reach one of our units of Warp Fire Throwers and knocked out 7 of those units, but it really isn't much. And just like that, 3 minutes in, the battle is quickly over. Absolutely disgusting. Ah, Ikit and his obnoxious army. Good job. Although, you know, once again, credit does go to the hill here, as it just provides so much advantage, and the enemy can't do much. I'm actually hoping that we get a battle against like 3 full stacks or something like that while we have a hill like this, and just to slowly get overwhelmed, just because it would be so fun. But anyway, a decisive victory. Let's see what the damage is, although I'm pretty sure it ain't much. Well, that was absolutely disgusting. When Ikit gets a nice hill to form up on, the enemy doesn't stand much of a chance. Now, in terms of what we got here, we can sack it for another 2k. I unfortunately didn't check whether we have the movement to actually get here. Let's hope that we do. It's not like we need the healing from this right now. Sack, and can you still go there? Yes, you can. Beautiful. Would have been unfortunate if not. Alright. To Mordheim we go, and we'll loot and occupy at tier 1. And we will immediately build growth and uncollect that income. I'm hoping that Nikolaus tries to attack us here with Dirk and maybe this other army. I somehow doubt it, though. Wilmar... Huh, Isabella's joined this army. I guess he's gonna get replaced by Vlad when he's back up and running. And they're probably going to attack Needling, but Ikit could just move and take it back. For now, it's just a matter of destroying enemy armies and moving around. Though it would be nice if we had another army to deal with us, because it would get annoying if Ikit has to move back and forth a billion times. We'll see. Alrighty, anyway, that's Ikit. Charge lock, you're good. Who else had to move? Throtty, yes. You. Alright, first of all, join all of these units together, and you go away. You guys together, and good. Now, Gorich, you can join Throt. Beskit, I believe we were going to delete because he's cunning, and cunning is useless because brute horror gets poison anyway. So you're gonna go away, and we're going to see about summoning a new one. Perceptive, I guess we can have a perceptive one. Alrighty, and that'll be 2 pack masters. We could certainly go with 4. We'll just not build any brute horrors without pack masters then. It feels like we should have a decent amount in here. Well, let's assume that we have 4 pack masters, shall we? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be pack masters. Then we'll have the Regiment of Renown of Ogres. And then let's say, I don't know, 5 Hellpit Abominations? 4 regular ones and a Regiment of Renown. Plus the Mutant Rat Ogre Regiment of Renown. We might not actually need the Wolf Rats, now that I think about it. Because we can... If we have 4 pack masters, they should be able to summon all the wolf rats that we could possibly want. So in that light, is there anything else that we could possibly need here? Let's just check the buildings here. So that's the rat ogres taken care of, the pack masters obviously, the mutant rat ogres, which I guess we could bump the numbers up slightly. The brute horrors are replaced by pack masters on brute horrors, though I suppose the unfortunate aspect of that is that they wouldn't be reduced income and they wouldn't get the buffs. But nonetheless, they are heroes. And then of course the Hellpit A-bombs. Yeah, that looks nice and moldery to me. We could... we're probably gonna have to wait on that for a while, though. Mostly because we can't recruit that stuff here. We'll need to retake the Hellpit for it. And I don't want to waste too much money on doing a... doing global recruitment. Not that it's horrible right now, actually. 155, 124. Difference isn't that massive. 813 versus... well, it's still nearly twice as much. Wait, do we have currently something that's reducing the cost of that? Or, oh, recruitment cost minus 25 from the dominating scheme, so now is a good time to actually do that. Only 2 turns if we want to get a couple mutant rat ogres in here. Alright, fine. Fine. We can't build Hellpit Abominations anyway, and I think while we wait to be able to build Hellpit Abominations, we'll probably want to replace, let's say, these 2 Skaven Slave Slingers with Gutter Runners and Gutter Runner Slingers. Yeah, sure, why not? Just temporarily. And then 2 units of Skaven slaves. You know what, just keep the Skaven slaves. I'm sure the army will be fine. We have a decent amount of Rat Ogres, and with the Pack Masters, these 2 will get replaced anyway. I just feel like we have to fill up these recruitment slots, but what the heck would we fill them up with anyway? Yeah. Now, we do have to wait 2 turns here, which is a little bit unfortunate. You know what? While we're waiting for Helped Abominations, let's instead get more Rat Ogres. We could just replace the... Rat Ogres with more Helped A-bombs later. We just have to be careful with these guys because they are somewhat fragile. Alrighty, and then we'll replace the rest of that. Alright, well, Throt will be good to go in a couple turns, and then to the Helped we go. I guess we'll stop by in Fort Straghoff. Hopefully nobody tries to take Helped from us, because we will betray anybody to get that to ourselves. We also do have a little bit of cash remaining, which means we can probably build something. Carcassonne, okay, not you though. Wasteland. Definitely. Definitely Wasteland. There's a lot of good stuff to be had here. And that's all the money we have for. Okie dokie. Well, that was easy at least. Now, anybody else need to move? I believe our Packmaster, our Bell Farmer still needs to move. Not Slicin'. Not this Bell Farmer, this Bell Farmer. Here you go. Ratmech, you are waiting for 4 more turns to get your... Undercity up and running, 3 more turns rather, so just stay here. Unless we want to find a better Dark Fortress. I mean, I guess we could push you up all the way to Nagaron. The only problem with that is then we would have discovered Nagaron, and they probably won't like us very much. At least not until we start fighting with Ulthuan. So maybe we hold off on that for now. And I believe that's it. We could also start getting rid of some of these guys, like Slicin' and the other Bell Farmer, who are just here to once again be Bell Farmers. Maybe if they can get a few more bells. Who knows? I mean, it's not like we're hurting for cash that much right now that we need to get the extra 300 so badly that we can't be farming bells. Alrighty. Well, with that, I believe we're ready to end the turn on assigned skill points. Imminent Rebellion in the Black Tower of Arcan. Oh, right. That's fine. It probably won't attack in 1 turn, or at least I hope not. It would be annoying if it did. The walls are very much breached, and we did move Corpable away. Well, I guess we'll see. If we have to retake it at tier 1, we'll retake it at tier 1. That's what we took it at anyway, so it's not much of a loss even if it happens. And with that, we end the turn. Alright. Let's see if Karl Franz attacks Metable. Looks like the blood... Oh, Castalton. You, my friend, have gotten ambushed. Your army is relatively weak, but I think this might still be worth a cinematic battle, just because we don't fight the Kiss the Fight forces a lot. Should still be pretty fun, so let's get to it. Alrighty, here we go. Castalton traveled all the way down here, ignoring the Scaling, who he was at war with, and traveling much further than he needed to just to engage us. And this is what he shall reap. His column ambushed with a bunch of warp fire throwers going right into all that vulnerable infantry. And same thing, I suppose, for the mortars as well, though the warp lightnings are going to try to knock Castalton himself down. Alrighty, let's see how quickly these guys can be burninated. And beautiful. Oh, you gotta love ambushes where you can use your warp fire throwers right in the enemy's face. Now we do have to back off a little bit as the winged lancers did try to charge in, but then we countercharged them immediately with our 2 units of rat ogres, or bone breakers rather, or chieftains on bone breakers, Mickey and Minnie, and they've stopped them, and the warp fire throwers simply destroy them. Then the mortars come down in the enemy formation, or such formation that remains here. The balance of power is already about 85% in our favor, and I don't think the enemy's going to survive too many more volleys from our warp fire throwers. Do these count as volleys? I'm not sure. Sprays, volleys, whatever. Not important, and there we go. I think that's just about it for the enemy infantry at the very least. There are still a few remaining, but now I think it's cleanup time. There's a unit of clan rats spawning on the field, trying to use it to distract Castalton. Oh, Skaven ambushes are just horrifying, aren't they? Absolutely disgusting. Not the first time, and I don't imagine it'll be the last wherein we get one of these. We also had the War Sleds move in, but we did counter them with our Doom Flayers, which actually did surprisingly well at killing them off. Looks like the War Sleds barely damaged said Doom Flayers, and the Doom Flayers managed to pretty much destroy them. We also got a little bit of help from one of our Chieftains in killing them as well. I'm sure that the Chieftains could have taken care of them just fine, even without the Doom Flayers, but at least it was something for the Doom Flayers to do, as they don't usually get too much time to play around. And there we go. With that, I believe the last of the enemy infantry have been destroyed. Just smoldering piles of flesh. Smoldering and irradiated, presumably, as I don't imagine that warp fire isn't contaminated. And it looks like we just have to try to take down Castalton. Now, Castalton, as I recall, has some pretty good regeneration. We're going to try to give chase with Charge Lock as well as Mickey and Minnie, while the Warp Lightning Cannons fire, but the Warp Lightning Cannons seem to be missing. And, damn, he's running fast. Oh, this is that bug. This is that bug where if you charge forward with the, well, I mean bug, quote-unquote, or maybe feature, who knows. If you charge the Doom Wheel behind a unit, it essentially pushes it forward, moving it much faster than it should be moving. Even though Castalton's technically at half speed of Charge Lock, what ends up happening is he actually just moves at the same speed. It's kind of odd, but I suppose it's also in mass interaction, as in Charge Lock's mass is more than Castalton's, so he could just push him. I was hoping that the ogres could chase him down, but unfortunately they were a little bit too slow. In fact, they were way too slow when he was being pushed by the wheel. So it does look like he'll survive, but that's okay, because I think that's the only one that escaped, as in every single other unit in his army died. There we go, easy little fight though, of course, an ambush. When you're ambushing a pile of infantry with warp fire throwers, it pretty much always goes well. Minus the annoyance of the Bonebreakers being unable to really catch Castalton, and I guess the same thing for Charge Lock. Damn that regeneration, but also their inability to hit him for whatever reason. I should have just let the Warp Lightning Cannons take care of him, though they were missing shots too. This is one of those situations where you want Giselles. Now we are in our own territory, unless I'm mistaken, so we don't need to heal, and we can freely just sell off, I guess. We were still building up a bunch of things, so we do need the money. Alrighty. Now, will Karl Franz attack us? Ooh, Itza, you're going to declare war on us. Alright, well. Well, good luck to you, I suppose, but this is just going to make us even friendlier with the other rats. Looks like Queek wants a military alliance. And once again, I've forgotten, ooh, non-aggression pact. Wait, you won't do it for 3K? Okay, we'll do non-aggression pact shortly, hopefully. It's so weird that he doesn't want a non-aggression, but is willing to go for a defensive alliance. That doesn't make any sense. That's just very strange. Oh well. Oh well, yeah, I'm trying to remember whether getting a defensive alliance will interfere with our ability to get the Clan Wars Confederation. I remember military alliance definitely used to, at the very least, interfere with Confederation, but I'm not entirely sure about defensive alliances. It's one of the reasons I'm very wary of getting a defensive alliance with Clan Wars, because he has such a massive amount of territory that we probably want to take for ourselves. Ooh, Volky's back up. Oh, well, that's just wonderful. Rebellion in the Cracked Land, that's fine. Enables flaming attacks for charge oh no, wait. They might actually not be... Oh! Flaming attacks and poison don't override themselves because flame is a type of attack and poison's is a contact effect. And I take it flaming attacks, they don't provide the burnt thing, so that's a special thing. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so that doesn't actually hurt us, unless there was another contact effect that we had. Or not contact effect, magical attack. No, magical attack can be fire as well. Ah, so he could be magic, fire, poison? Well, isn't that just fun? I guess we'll have to give you magical attack now, Charge Lock, which we will do shortly. But for now... Oh, look, another Confederation. A Rite of Awakening performed, we don't care about that. Amateur discovered, Settlement besieged, Black Tower of Arcan we just saw. Lots of breeders, another Russian apprentice, which I think we already have. Ah, Bell Polisher. Breeder, another, ooh, a second Bell Polisher. Although Cyanlet, you can't be holding on to this, we'll have to give that to somebody else. You can hold on to the breeder, though. And technology research promoted on merit. Lovely. So Lord recruit rank, hero recruit rank, and ammunition and reload time reduction for Doom Wheels, Plague Claws, and Warp Lightnings. A very nice bit of research, and I guess we either go for requisition protective gear, or we go for record effective recipes in order to get plans within plans in order to get ultimate experiments. Considering how long this is going to take, we should have the Plague Abbey up and running relatively shortly, but I feel like we gotta go requisition protective gear first, and maybe even they can't blame their tools, because all of our Skryre stuff benefits quite a bit from all this. We'll get ultimate experiments as soon as we can, anyway. And it looks like Wurzag has run away, or been defeated, or something happened to him. You go to Galbaraz for now, and this is not worth fighting. Another Trickster Shard, but you're not going to keep that. We will obviously sack the place. Oh, good. We're getting decent amounts of cash now. Cyprus, you can then occupy it. This army's been hanging around much longer than I was originally... Oh, we can actually build... Oh, damn. I didn't realize that we could... I thought this was only for orcs. Well, this is great, but now I'm regretting that we didn't take it at Tier 3. I'm almost tempted to abandon settlement and then retake it at Tier 3. Although, to be fair, Tier 3 goes up so damn fast that, yeah, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'd rather not waste the time. Tier 3 upgrades just too fast, so it doesn't matter. It'll be up in a couple turns anyway. But that's nice. Oh, that also means Galbaraz and Granty, Mingol, and Stormhenge. These places can be a money-making province. Okay, okay. Well then. Certainly means we need to take Stormhenge as fast as possible, hopefully before somebody else over here takes it. Ooh, Ugrul Migdal. We also have the Ironbrows expedition. Grump Slayer is a great buff, so farming that buff, or trait, would be great. Morphific. Let's have you move in, and wait, before I forget, we took away your Bell Polisher, yes? But there was another Bell Polisher that somebody else got. We got two. But now I don't remember who got them, so let's just check here quickly. Not world events, but equipment gained. This is Cyanlet, who we took away, and then the other one was... Oh, no, we only got one. We got two breeders, one Bell Polisher. And I got excited for a second. Okay, well. Who can hold Bell Polishers? You guys are definitely going to be in an army. Yes, we can give you guys these Bell Polishers. So, one for you. And one for you. I must have forgotten to give one. And that's increased Plague Priest and Eshin Sorcerer capacity, which means we are now at... Another Cunning one? Useless. The Packmaster, I mean. We are now at 6 out of 9. Very nice. Very, very nice. What we should also do is, while we're here... Let's say, take Arcstorm. And summon him at Arnau. And we're going to use you to steal tech. And we have nobody stealing tech right now, and we should probably get at least a couple Warlock Engineers. I'm honestly tempted to get another one going. I know that they cost us money, but we have so much tech to research, and steel tech's going to be quite useful. I wish that either one of you had a better trait, but I suppose we delete them once we're done with all of our tech anyway, so it's not a big deal. Alright, fine. Get this guy, get this tactician. Both of you. Specialist. And we'll get steel tech. Honestly, if they had better traits, we could level them up to steel tech and then put them in armies afterwards, but I guess not a real possibility right now. Did I just cancel a bunch of Doom Wheels? Why was I even building those Doom Wheels? You don't really need those Doom Wheels. You have the Regiment of Renown Doom Wheels. I guess we could go after Castalton with you, Infecticay. You have the Discipline, which is pretty good. Ah, man, now I'm trying to decide. Do we keep this Doom Wheel? We definitely don't need 4, because Charge Lock's already on one. And who would we replace? I don't really want to replace the warp fire throwers. These are going to be the regiments of renown. You can get replaced, that's 3. 4 would definitely have to be one of the warp fire throwers and one of the warp lightnings. Do we need that many warp lightnings? I'm not sure that the doom wheels provide enough value when you don't have a melee line that then it would make sense. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just have this guy go out of here and take out Castalton. I just don't know whether he can actually reach him or not, because moving through Lorelorn is kind of an issue. You know what, we can always rebuild the Doom Wheel after. It's kind of annoying right now, but yeah, let's get him to trait. Because who knows, we might resummon Infecticay. Oh, lovely, and... really? Okay. Wow, we got 16 food out of that and the Razor Standard. Okay, that was absolutely worth wasting a turn. Absolutely worth it, damn. And he's got the flaming attacks, but the Razor Standard, always a glorious pickup. You have to go somewhere where you hopefully don't suffer attrition. So what we're gonna do is move you here. And then we're gonna swap out these 2 Doom Wheels. And I guess you'll just build a new Doom Wheel at some point. If we actually want another Doom Wheel for you. You get these, and you can take these. Lovely. You can't build Doom Wheels here, can you? I guess, wait, you could... no, you need to be in camp stance. I think we'll start moving you back. We still need to go up here. And there isn't much to do here. Yeah. Alright, fine. You're gonna move right up. Like so, and then you need to ferry these all the way down south. And they're already suffering attrition, but I suppose that doesn't matter all that much. Alrighty, Metabul, you were gonna go after Carl, who, like a little coward, has moved away from you. I guess maybe he wanted to keep an eye on Festus and what's going on over here, but still kind of annoying. Most likely it means he'll come back. We could just sort of stick around with Metabul, but Ikit does need some help. Well, help insofar as we need to be able to attack multiple locations at once with the vamps down here. You know what, I think we'll leave that consideration to next time. There's still a ton of stuff to do, a ton of admin stuff in terms of money this turn, a lot of stuff to conquer as well, and probably, possibly at least, a couple fights to do, so we'll leave it to next time. At the very least, Ikit will probably get another nice battle as we attack Griffin Wood and the full stack there. Metabul will probably still hover around until we figure out what exactly to do with Karl Franz, though it looks like... I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. He's separated his army, and maybe he lost to Festus or Vamps or something. Either way, not really a threat anymore. Ikit's got a fight coming. We probably will attack Volkmar the Grim as well, which is going to be great, because Shaif also wants the Volkmar buff, which is an amazing buff, and we could very much use it in an army with Plague Monks. It also means that we probably should get more Plague Monks in here. Might replace the 2 Wolf Rats with a couple of Plague Monk Sensor Bearers once we get them. But yeah, Grimsbane for both of you, definitely. Honestly, if we could get old Grump Slayer in both of these armies as well as Grimsbane, that would be amazing. The only thing they'd be missing would be the Balthazar Gelt trait, but, well, I guess it's a little bit late for that, considering he's lost his stuff. Anyway, lots more battles to come, lots more rat stuff to do, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.